What's going on? I'm sitting here putting things together in my head. Like I got everything all like kind of out of place. So I didn't want to really put the camera down too much. I don't even know what day this is, but lately I've been grinding, trying to earn extra money. And so far, it's been like 50-50. And I have been applying myself. It's just right now, things are a little rough. Demands, they want to, the people that have all the money, they want to not give you the value that you need to get like on a spot. Like, obviously, I can go on eBay and Reverb and sell my equipment off. You know, right now, I'm just putting everything together and documenting them and taking it from there, deciding which units I want to sell and what units I'm not going to sell. So today I made some money, which is good, but it's not the type of money that I wanted to make. I mean, I had somebody come and they offered me, oh yeah, we want to give you. It was like a certain amount of money, and my face was lit up. I'm like, I'm happy. And all of a sudden, when the manager came over there to, so we can make the deal go through, the manager was like, nah. He pulled the salesperson to the side. I was like, nah, we can't do this, we can't do that. And this excuse and that excuse. And by the time they finished talking and conversing with each other and then got back to me, they was telling me, oh, no, we can't do this and we can't do this. I'm like, oh, man, that's okay. So I just pulled it. I took the information being that there was a music store anyway and used it to my advantage. So I went to go look for another deal somewhere else. I went to like maybe two, three different spots. No, two different spots after I went to the music store. And from there, I got one deal that I was cool with. It was like a piece of equipment. Like I really could care less. Like if I wanted to get a decent price for it compared to what they was trying to offer me. I just I let it go at some ungodly rate that I paid nowhere near, and it was almost a brand new unit. It did have some wear and tear, had my little fingerprints all on it, but man, it's rough when you try to fend for yourself out here and make things work, and you pay so much money for this equipment, and then when you go and you need to make that asset a, or in my case it's probably like a liability. I'm just saying, like, when you're trying to make your asset a some tangible money, let's put it like that. It's hard when people are trying to get over on you and they're trying to give you, excuse me, they was trying to give me 25% of what one place was trying to give me 25% of what they was going to sell the materials on eBay. I'm like, nah, you don't understand how much I paid for this, and they was trying to break it out to me. Wow, okay, well, look, long story short, we ain't gonna go into all this detail. It was just a dramatic day, and everybody had their little drama, today, and I don't think you want to hear about that. Let's get down to some meat and potatoes. So the title of my live is called Know Your Worth. And the reason why I put that up there has something to do a little bit with the equipment, and it also have to do with yourself as an individual. Like, okay, because here's the situation. There's people out here in this world that they look at you for your immediate value. They're looking at you for what your net worth is like right now. Like, they don't care what it was 10 years ago. They don't care about your potential. They don't care of what you can bring to the table later on. They're looking at what you got right now. What can you do for me right now? And if you can't do nothing for me right now, you're like, let me see. What I got? What I got? I got anything in my pocket. You're like, this bag. This bag have no value right now because it's been expelled. It served its use. So I'm just going to throw it on the floor. I'll clean it up later. And people, they say they care for you and everything, but in all actuality, they care for themselves more so, which is cool, than what they care for you. And the story goes on and on and on, and life goes on and on and on, right? So, at the same token, people look at you and be like, oh, what are you doing for yourself? You ain't doing nothing, and I don't see any change. And they're pouring up all these reverse reasons to not. It's like reverse of wanting to be with you or wanting to deal with you. It's like the reverse of that. I don't. It's like, I want to say contrast feelings, but you can't really even say contrast feelings. Let's put it like this: they're finding every reason in their head to justify. That's a good. That's a good choice of words. To justify not to deal with you. So they're doing a little quick assessment of what can you bring to the table. And I'm gonna tell you something. From man to whomever out here in the world, don't you ever fall victim or fall prey to anybody that's going to make you feel like you're not worth anything. Don't fall victim to that. Because Satan can win the battle now, but Satan can't win the war. You get it? So people will portray to be in your best interest. And there are some people that's out here that's really in your best interest. But look at their actions. Last night, I went to bed early. I chose to go to bed early because I have to get up early in the morning because I'm on call for work. Does it make me a bad person? Nah, it shouldn't make me a bad person because I decide I want to go to bed early so I can go to work in the morning. Even though I didn't get a chance to go to the work, I still made myself readily available. Had it been my old self, I would have been trying to drink something and not wanting to go to work because I'm here alone in this apartment. Right now, I'm here alone. So I really feel at that point, that's a serious change because it's not something that I would have normally done given the circumstances. And now this is kind of like the new norm, or is the new norm for me, because I decided I wanted to make some changes. So just because you don't scratch everybody's itch and people think you're worthless as this piece of trash, don't fall victim to that. Know your worth. Know your value as an individual, man, woman, male, female, hermaphrodite, transvestite, whatever your situation is. Don't worry about people's opinions about what your current state is, because your current state is only a reflection of your past thoughts and actions. Yeah, my past thoughts and actions when I was out there tearing up, like drinking, acting the fool, and carrying on, cussing, and treating people a certain type of way, it finally caught up to me. And guess what? The wake-up call came when the person who I considered the love of my life decided, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this no more with you. You got to go. You got to go your way. And I'm going to go my way. And once those words were set in place, it was the most powerful reinforcement in my mind to know that, wow, she ain't coming back. She's not going to come back. Even now, even with all the confidence I might have on the inside of my heart and inside my mind, I already know that it's not a good look. Anytime somebody says to you that they don't know when the next time they want to be around you, or they don't know when it's going to be a good time that they can make time for you, rest assured to know that that's on the surface only because they care for you. But in the same token, they are at odds with their own self, wondering if they should make a move or if they should be totally done with the whole situation. What can you do? I mean, you can stop kicking yourself and feeling down. Pick yourself up and move forward, because apparently somebody has decided they wanted to move forward. People just don't fall out of love instantly. Like, nobody says, "Oh, I don't want to spend time with you anymore." Who says that? Nobody says, "I don't want to spend the night with you anymore," or "I'm not ready to spend the night with you." Who says that? If you already been intimate, think about it. Think about it. Is somebody, what they call, stringing you along? Like puppet. That's what that means. Stringing you along, pulling your strings, controlling you. If so, know your worth. Because at the end of the day, one of these days, them strings are going to break. And you're going to be on your own. They're going to get tired of playing with you. And probably by now, who knows? God only knows what's going on. And you can't worry about those things. Not saying that something is going on, but eventually, when somebody can't even decide if they want to be with you or not, that's not good. That's extremely bad. It's a bad situation. So, my solid advice to you is know your worth and do what you got to do in this world. And if people love and respect you, they will have your back solidly. Like, let me tell you something. This is one thing I know for a fact. I can't know everything everybody's doing because I'm not God and I'm not there. I don't know a lot of things. Let's put it like that. All I know for sure is this. If a woman loves you, I'll say it like this. You could darn near half kill a woman. And at the end of the day, she won't even want to leave you. I'm I'm, I'm not kidding. Like for real, like you could been like the rudest dude ever, like on the face of the planet to this to a woman, and if she really truly loves you, she will have your back to the fullest. Like it might not be like now. It might take them a little bit to decide that they are done being mad with you. Depends on what you did. Like what you do, fool. What did you do? Me, I can't really go into too much detail and everything of what I did and why I did these things. But I could tell you one thing. I didn't put my hands on anybody. And well, I was being bad. I was being a little, extremely naughty that day. And but then after somebody gives me the opportunity, I, I do something foolish. And that just reinforces somebody's feelings. Like if they already working with doubt with you, don't do stupid things. But I tell you what, even though you might not be able to get them back, or they might say or act like, oh, you're going to have a chance no matter what you do, use that to your advantage. If somebody's boosting you up, take that boost and go as far as you can go. Right now, I already came into this mindset where I was feeling like I already lost. I already was feeling like she ain't coming back to me anyway. At that particular time, I was feeling like that. The first day that it happened, I was just like, it's just no way. Because the type of quality woman that I was dealing with, she has she has an extreme high quality. She don't expect that less from people. If you say something, you better be addressing her like she's a lady, and she accepts nothing less, and I respect that. I could really respect somebody like that because she has high standards for herself, and she she just wants a solid dude who knows what they want. I don't know what happened, where all my insecurities came from. I don't really know too much of if I really have a whole bunch of insecurities other than like I could tell when somebody not being real with me on certain things, and it kind of like piques my curiosity, and then I would say things not realizing that the things that I was saying was going to be like some hurtful things, and that always was getting me in trouble because when you're in a relationship with somebody, you ain't supposed to focus on what you think the person doing or this if they're coming in at a certain time or trying to look to see if they've been doing. Man, please stop all that. Don't do it to yourself, please. Just I'm trying to tell you, take it from somebody that knows. I've been there. Don't do it to yourself. Leave that alone. And if anything, show that woman how much you really love her. Like seriously, like don't focus on what you think is going on. Be her activity. Show her how much you love her. I remember I was asked, how much do you love me? And I couldn't wait to answer that question because I know how much I love the person. It was like, it's not even a ruler that can measure the love that I have for the person. Since then, things have changed because of the simple fact that I was feeling maybe I was just loving a person too much. And I think that I need to stop being more loving to myself and have more respect for myself. Because at the end of the day, what ended up happening was I gave all the love that I possibly thought that I could with my circumstance at that particular time, my current circumstance at that time. And what ended up happening when I became unglued, where they at? I've been in this apartment right here alone for like 2 weeks. The problem happened almost 2 weeks ago. Where are they at? It's telling you to speak volumes. Every once in a while, somebody could visit you. Yeah, that's cool. But do you get any quality time with that? Like with that visit, are you do you feel any connection? Do you feel some kind of emotional connection when you're around them, or is it just yeah, we around each other, it's cool, no fireworks? Time tell you. At the same token, you could love somebody like unlimited. There's no limits. There's no measurements. How much you can love somebody. You can love somebody to the fullest. You could like I couldn't even like I said, I couldn't even begin to even measure how much I love the person. And me it, it ended up making me look real stupid in the end because what did I gain from that? More, I got accused of being how was it said to me? Um, Obsessed. No, 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 no. Not obsessed. Just in love. And because of the simple fact that I was in love, and maybe the people ain't never had anybody that really loved them to the fullest like that. It cost me. Because everybody, once you get yourself into a jam, what the first thing the woman do? They go to their closest friends, relatives. Oh yeah, did you know this and that and that happened, and they laughing at you at that point. They're laughing at you like cold bloodedly laughing at you, but you're in love, but they're laughing at you and poking fun of you of the circumstance, talking about if you've done something out the way. They could be talking about numerous things. They could be talking about how, I don't know, how you could just have lost everything at the drop of a hat, drop of a dime. I'm like, why would somebody that love you want to focus on your downfall like that? That doesn't seem right, but that's what people do. They talk bad about you to other people, and then that person that they talk to going to tell somebody else. Now they're going to talk. By the time you get the story back, yo, I heard that the SWAT team was out there. What? What? You know, you know. I mean, by the time you get the story back, it's thoroughly twisted, and you got to sort through all the truth and figure it out. And then if it's in two different languages, oh god, it's a mess. It's a hot mess. You know. Uh, Elsewise, going back to what I was saying, I know this is kind of confusing. Keep up, because I'm talking to random things. So, but I can remember my place. I was trying to explain to you how a man should know his worth, but at the same token, when you're dealing with a woman, don't never make her feel any regrets that they're or dealing with you, no matter what that they may be doing behind your back, if at all, if they're doing anything behind your back. Who knows? They might not be doing nothing, right? Okay. They might not be doing nothing. We'll accept that answer because you know why? It's not the fact that whether or not if you have any proof or not. It has something to do with the fact that if you really care about somebody and you love a person, you don't throw somebody under the bus and keep rolling back and forth on top of them, forward, forward, backwards, and woo, and going. I mean, that's extreme. If you love somebody and you really want something to work with somebody, make sure that you just concentrate on all the good things about the person and never concentrate on any of the bad things. That's real. Like, oh man, We we was chilling in South Beach and doing when I was drinking. We had the big old fishbowl looking. It was just huge. I think they gave us a discount. They gave us two for 30 or 35 or something like that. Anyway, and that was like breakfast time. Man, it was the time of my life. And I got to take a picture next to the steps where they shot the Scarface movie. It was lovely. I mean, watching I think was watching a little bit of the sun come up on South Beach. It was beautiful. The most beautiful experience I've ever experienced with a woman in my life. And I'm so happy to say that she was with me for that moment. I didn't have it was just us. It was not me, her, and like a whole family affair. It was just us. Wow. One experience, right? Another experience. Beautiful, intimate moments. Walking the beach at nighttime and literally just looking up in the sky, touching, seeing all the stars. They was all out. Holding hands. And she don't even like the beach like that. That's what's wild. Like she don't really like, she don't really like the beach, but there's this one moment she stepped out on faith and went on the beach with me and it was just fun. This it was just romantic. It was a romantic evening. Me and her. I remember the first moment that we met, and it was at the Walmart of all places in Jacksonville. She don't even go to that Walmart. Not, I mean, like that's not her regular stores that she goes to. And I'm not going to tell anybody where she goes to, or how she does it. It's just put it like I just went to this one particular Walmart, and that's how I met her. It was so like like how they say it's so real, unreal. It was like I was just at a low point in my life. I just got finished dealing with somebody, and would you believe I actually was the one that let her go? I let her go because she was sitting up there talking about, aha, I finally caught you. And like, I never cheated on this woman. Let's put it like this. She accused me of cheating on her. My brother works a third shift. Or how can I say it? He works not a third shift. I don't even know how to describe it. He just works a real odd hour. And when I called him in the daytime, the only time that he could call me was after like 11, 12 o'clock at night or something like that. Whatever shift that he works, he's got like weird hours because he works in a hospital. Anyway, my brother Michael called and was like, yo, I got your call, and me and her we spent most of our nights, because I'm a truck driver by trade, and we spent most of our nights on WhatsApp. You know, like almost like how this is on right now, but the thing be on all night long. It was it was like the only way we could see each other and be like real feel like close at that particular time. I'm not going to get too deep into it because it's a stained memory, and person don't want nothing to do with me after I spend like it don't even matter. Man, let that go. That's a bad thought. It is what it is. It happens. You know, you're going to spend some money in a relationship. I don't know too many people that spend like $30,000 though, man. It was crazy, outrageous money, total racked up. But here we go. So my brother calls in, and the call disconnects, and I was like, "Whoa!" So when my brother was calling in, at the same time he was calling in, I took a snapshot, like a screenshot, to make sure, because I know how she gets, or how she used to get anyway. And so I took that picture. So the call cut. I tried to call her back after me and my brother talked. She didn't want to pick up the phone. Next day, I get a text message. I finally caught you. Finally caught me doing what? Talking to my brother? I mean, like, are you serious? Like, you spent all your energy not loving me, but wanting to catch me doing something out the way? Like, really? That's how high you think of me is. Like, is you just wanted to catch me doing something. And oh, by the way, it's over. It's was accompanied with I finally caught you or something like that. I just shook my head like, you know what? And then, so me being the person I am, I was like, okay, I ain't say nothing. At first, I ain't say nothing. So the next morning, I go and I put up, I go put up a caption. This is the stuff that you got to do when you have a jealous female that always thinks you're up to something, up to no good. Just because I got a song called Up to No Good don't mean that I'm a no good person. I'm actually the quite opposite of everything that I portray on those rap songs. That's just music. I'm a loving, well, I tell you what, that'd be for you to decide, because I can't sit up there and write my own character out. You can only assess what you see, and that's the best character witness ever, is when somebody else recognize it and you're not having to explain how you are, because people see you for what you're doing, your actions, like right then and there. Like I said earlier, when I said before about how people judge you for what you got, they also judge you by how you treat them right on the spot, day to day, second to second to second to second. Okay, so getting back to this problem, which ain't a problem no more, but just to illustrate something. So after I was like, this is the thing. This is what you got to do when you got a woman that always thinks that you're up to no good. And I posted. I said, thank God for the screenshot for the phone and a call log. And I took a picture of the call coming in, and at the same token, uh, it had, I think I had the WhatsApp going or whatever, and I posted that out there, and oof, my God, my phone started ringing off the hook, and you know what? At that moment, something got into me, and I was just feeling like, you know what? This is it. I'm done. Like me, like I said, I'm done. But you know what? In all actuality, people, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool some people all the time. What end up happening is after this person apologized and apologized and apologized, I was hot. I'm going to tell you, I was extremely upset with the person for several weeks. It took me, actually took me like a month to realize the damage I was doing to the relationship by not accepting her apology and moving on, and just not focusing on that bad energy that just came across the the text. And but by then she was feeling some type of way because she got emotional or whatever, and was thinking, well, dag, this is the same man that said he would never leave me, and here he goes, he broke up with me. I guess that's how she was. I don't know. I can't get into her head. No, I don't know what she was really thinking, but I'm just trying to compile some. Just trying to think. I don't know. So I guess time, instead of it bringing you closer, it don't do that with certain type of women, Hispanic women and everything like that. I'm thinking, I'm just thinking that right there, if you give somebody that much space, and they got 100 other guys that want to talk to them in the first place, you just wrote your own relationship death certificate, basically, you know? Especially when they already was like model material from the gate, and their emotions was thoroughly wrapped up in you. And here you go, sitting up there acting like God's gift to the almighty green earth. I mean, God Almighty's gift to the green earth, you know, by acting like you too good to resolve your issues with this woman. Like, it's almost some crazy stuff that a female would do to you, where they just act like they can't forgive you. A real man, they would have looked at that whole situation and done something totally different. They would have, like, I'm saying something bad about myself. Yeah, I said that. Like a real man. At that particular time, I didn't really have the pieces put together for all that. But you live and you learn. I'm 47 years old, and not that my age is a factor. I can still run extremely fast and do a lot of things at 47. I'm not. Everybody be thinking that your bones falling apart, or you know, your skin gonna fall off your face. I don't know why people think just because when somebody hits 47, like it's over, like, oh, it's over for you, buddy. When sometimes, you know, like I still get people thinking that I'm in my, in my 30 or early 30, whatever the situation is. I don't care, really, really, not entertaining the thoughts of what people think about me. Like right now, at this part of my life, all of a sudden, all these people make some of these rappers around here making rap songs talking about my personal life with the woman that I just got out of a relationship with, who decided they wanted to leave me and or break up with me, or however you say it. Keep in mind, that's not my doing. I would never break up with them ever. Like I just wouldn't do it. It's just I'm a little dude, and I'm not even trying to entertain no thoughts to even be with another woman. Like that's how loyal I am. So anyway, get back to what I was saying earlier. Yeah, Shorty was feeling some type of way, and she was just like, like, oh, he he hurt me, and like she was emotionally twisted. And would you believe, to this day, like I couldn't even type to her right now and be like, yo, I need your advice on something that she specialized in. And as far as sales is concerned, she would not, she will won't, she would never talk to me. Like it's that bad. Like like after I decided that I wanted to not talk to her for that month, that just ultimately end the whole deal. Like I said, and there's a certain woman that you can. I just put it like this: not all women are the same. Even if they're Hispanic, it don't mean that they're going to react the same way. There might be a woman that you do that to that might get the point where they be like, "Yo, I need not to do that with this guy, and I really do love him." But if a woman is feeling like she more in love with herself in comparison to her feeling the love that she's supposed to have for you, that might not fly like that, you know? And because there's women out here that have a defense mechanism inside them that causes them to absorb the trauma, and instead of absorbing the blame for themselves, they're going to be like, he is the blame, not me. And when you got a support system of people who say, oh, forget him and you're better than him and blah blah blah, man, you can just hang it up. That woman right there, straight up going. And she can't already think for herself, and she already got people all up in her ear, and she wants to feel love. She's not gonna suffocate the reasoning. Like she's gonna just be on some whole other element. Like you thinking like me, oh yeah, she did this. No. Guess what? In all reality, she thinking you're to blame. And she not feeling the least bit sorry for anything that's coming up in her future plans. Like if she wants to start talking to a brand new dude, she don't have no conscience about talking to the brand new dude. Because remember, you are the blame. Because that's what she's programmed her mind to. How her mind was programmed to be like that. Either she's experienced some kind of trauma in her life where she's been molested, raped, or abused, physically abused, or she she just doesn't feel it's a problem trying to go from one guy to the next to get what she needs to get to survive. Or women handle things in a resilient manner. In some ways, a woman, they're a lot more stronger than even the most strongest alpha male because of the simple fact that they deal with things that everyday man they just wouldn't be able to handle, like pushing out like 9, 10 pound babies out of a hole this big. Now some of y'all got a hole this big now. Okay, I'm just messing with you, but nah, I mean like for real, just think about that. Like you get a hole this big, from even if that's actual size, and they're pushing out a head of a baby that big. Man, I don't even like even a little bit of something coming out my tailbone. You know, there ain't no way I could deal with that. That's a lot of stress. And what else? Good things that women do that men can't do. When they have the baby, they have to program their mind that that baby is the most important person in their life, and which means you're going to take a back seat, buddy. Just face it, you know. But hey, it is what it is. Women are emotionally stronger. They deal with things a lot more different. A guy could be so in love with a woman, but don't understand how women strategize. Because women just don't wake up one day like a light switch. Be like, okay, this is a light switch, right? They don't go like this. And if I can turn off the switch. They don't go like that. Turn off love. Love it ain't a switch. There's no way that you can switch love on and off like that. You either love the person or you don't love them. What ends up happening is you be in a relationship with a woman for a while, and it ends up that over time she starts to feel like lower in a love level, if I could put it. Like, okay, if you filled up this vitamins, you fill up this with vitamins, and it's full, right? When it's brand new, eventually the love starts drifting piece by piece by piece, little by little by little by little by little by little, until there ain't no love left anymore. And then when the love is gone, it is followed by acts of resentment and disrespect. So that's when the affairs start coming out. And eventually, after she gets comfortable with somebody that she's seeing, she's transitioning her feelings to have a lot more love for this person. And now she's comparing you to the person that she's already dealing with at that point. And you're not even knowing all this is going on. And then if the guy that she's dealing with keep giving her more incentive to make her feel more love or more estrogen for this dude, whatever he's doing and whatever he's saying. Mr. Casanova's out here in the world that know all the right words. Probably just grew up with their mommy solely and they know how to talk to women. So she'll end up being more in love with the guy that she's dating than she is with you. So that means, and y'all still in a relationship, mind you. You're still in a relationship with the person. Then what ends up happening is she left you. And you didn't even know that she left you. So when she's snappy with you, it's because she's already having regrets because she was in a relationship she don't really want to be in anymore. She don't want to be in a relationship no more with you. That's why she's snapping at you. She don't want to entertain being in a relationship with you no more, sir. That's why she's angry, picking fights, because she's in a emotional state where she's done with you emotionally. The love, she might only got this much love for you, where it used to be like this. It just don't love just don't turn off. I'm trying to tell you. Like, and if a woman decides that she don't love you anymore, it's not like a light switch on and off. It just over time it just dissipates and goes down and down and down and down till there's no more love. Here come the disrespect, the affairs, and everything else that comes along with it. And she's hoping and praying that you get a whiff of what's going on. So you could do some nutty stuff and mess it up for the relationship, for what's left in the relationship. And, so you can go about your way and they can go their way. And because that ultimately justifies the end of the relationship. When you start going crazy, that's the end. So I say, know your worth. Know your worth, and don't let nobody make you feel that you're not worth anything. Or try to compare value to one person versus the other. Yeah, one person might have their life established, their life already made out for them. Maybe their parents uh, left them some kind of inheritance, or they might got like a certain type of business that's being ran, and or they might have went to a certain type of college and they just have all the right friends in place, or they might got a church organization that they're going to and got hooked and plugged into the right people. Whatever the situation is, everybody's situation is, you could be up 1 minute, $30 million, and in a moment's notice, somebody reading the headlines. Well, it ain't so much newspapers nowadays. It's more like you reading tabloids, or you're reading whatever's on the internet. These little router news things that come in. Oh goodness, it's almost time for me to wrap it up. So yeah, and they lost everything. Getting to the point, they lose everything, and that's life. So, and guess what? So, just because if somebody come in your place because they got a lot more bread than you, or because the person works a double full-time job, or whatever, how sweet it looks for the person, have faith enough in your heart to know that just because that's in place, it doesn't mean that those people are better than you by any means. It just means that up to now, they have chose a path in the decision making process that's working in their favor, who's to say what's going to happen next week? People lose their businesses, they lose their jobs, they lose their places. And we all definitely lose our women from time to time. And eventually, when women go out of their league and be dealing with a guy, the same way that the guy was dealing with that woman and violating the known relationship, also means that she'll end up getting violated. Case in point, I know somebody that, I'm gonna put nobody's name out there, I'm just gonna say they left somebody for somebody else and was totally in love with this person, was having this dude's babies and everything, and end up getting their relationship destroyed after they got remarried to their own hairdresser. Ain't that something? How the hairdresser take your husband away that you work so hard to go cheating with, or that you work so hard to start a new fresh relationship with, to try to get over somebody that loved you more than anything in the world? How that happen? Explain that. How that happens? I don't know. Anyway, I'm about to bounce because y'all know, as y'all know, I could talk for hours, but I don't know. There's 17 people out here. I got 17 views on a 2 hour long session. Somebody's interested to hear what I said, and I could have kept it longer, or I mean, I could have kept the post up longer, and people would have you know entertained watching it or whatever. Maybe people learning from it. That's a good thing. But let me tell you something. I'm gonna wrap this up. Know your worth. Also, with your partner, know your partner's worth. Respect your partner. Make sure that you love them unconditionally, and make sure that they know. Don't be like a nutcase like me, where I then chased the person away because I wanted to keep bringing up conversations that was getting me axed. Like I would just bring up notorious conversations that wasn't helping nobody's situation out at all. It was like destroying my relationship piece by piece, you know. So concentrate on the best things about the person. Don't concentrate on the things that make you want to throw up, or make you sick to your stomach, or make you angry, or make you feel like it was a big regret. Concentrate on the positive things about the person. And I swear, if you keep doing those things, the people will see that you appreciate them. And I can't guarantee that they won't go out of their relationship and get bored one day. Because if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, people just naturally get bored. It just is what it is. If the only thing you have to offer to somebody is to climb in the bed, and maybe you're not even good at that. Who knows? I don't know what people's situation is. Or maybe you are good at it. Even still, you could be good in the bed, and the people just want more than just what you got to offer. I mean, there's a big world out here. There's people enjoying vacations. People want to they want things that they want the things that they're not used to. They want to be surprised sometimes. Like, who don't want to go to a trip to Jamaica someplace, or the Bahamas, or go to Japan or something like that? Or they want, some people want certain things like this, or they want intimate objects like rare things that they'll never have thought that somebody would buy them, or, you know, above the typical just going to the shop and buying them special kind of clothing and all that stuff like that or whatever. They want to be felt. Life is very short. When we got so much time left on this earth, and some people just want to feel like, other than being a mom or other than being a good wife or a good girlfriend, what has the world got to offer me? Because I feel that I'm valuable. So if the only thing that you have to offer is an argument, well, there you go. At least if you ain't gonna have much money, or you might can't take your woman out to certain places or give her certain things, the most valuable thing or object you can give a woman is respect. Respect, and watch what you say out your mouth when you conversate with her. I have a buddy of mine down the street from here. He ain't really my buddy like that, to be totally honest with you. But he's alright, I guess. And he just looks at women like they're just a piece of butt. And he tell me in a heartbeat, oh man, you just worried about a piece of beef. That's why you're depressed. It's just a piece of beef. Are you whipped or something? Like, my God, man. And a couple times I had to tell him, I'm like, look, dude, man, I was like, you going to stop talking about my woman like that. Like, I'm not going to tell you no more. You going to stop talking about my woman like that. And I didn't mean it. Nah, I was like, man, you need to watch what you say to people about their woman. I'm just saying, because people are just, I don't know. I mean, I don't know where this dude come from, thinking that he could just, and then tell me I'm not in love. Ain't that something? Oh, you're not in love. What? Kind of make me wonder. When people start saying stuff like that, it kind of makes you wonder what their motive is and where they come into the picture of all this. Like, dude, what is it? It's almost as if, like, they got some kind of incentive or something. Like, I'll be trying not to think like that, because, oh God, please don't never let it be something like that. My God, that would be a good thing. So, but I mean, what can I say? He thinks that my woman is a street trash or something. Like, man, I just wanted to he just don't have no clue. I ain't gonna say too much. Anyway, with that being said, positive thoughts. Keep positive. Think positive, and know your worth. Know that you can bring something to the table. You can make life happen. You can make creativity happen. Don't let people bring you down, no matter what it is. And if you're in the wrong, admit to when you're in the wrong, so it can help heal you. And so you can know that you need to do a lot more better than what you're doing. Like me, I know certain parts of me is in the wrong, so I'm willing to fix it. So I got to do what I got to do. Anyway, Take care. God bless. I hope that my words that I'm sharing with my personal experience in life can help somebody that probably a little bit lost and don't, know which way to turn when they get in a situation like this. So remember, love can't turn off and on like a light switch. It just gradually gets dropped off of time. Peace.